I'm up here with what a lot of Whaler fans will remember, goaltender Mike Liut. Mike, thanks for joining me, and it's, there you go. That's for you, buddy. So the fans all remember you here. Talk about your time here and what it meant to you and playing for the Whalers here in the city.
Well, we had a great group of young players. When I came here, I was one of the older guys at 29, and it was a community-based team. The community really got behind it. There were the young players seized upon that. We were involved in the community. It was just a great experience.
Another great time all the fans remember is leading us to the Adams Division champs in '85. Unfortunately, we lost to the Canadians back then, but that must have been a great time, and that was definitely one heck of a series.
Yeah, it was a great series. The problem with that series is it always has a bad ending when you tell that story.
I didn't want to bring it up, but I felt that I had to. And how tough was it for you when you were traded out of here? I know it was pretty tough for the fans. You traded to Washington the '90s season, but I'm sure you had a lot of fond memories here.
Well, you know, we did. And anytime you get traded, that's a tough deal. You know, you put your heart and soul into it, and when it ends, you know it's going to end sometime, but it doesn't make it easy.
All right, Mike, thanks. Congratulations on the ceremony here today, and best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Well, the late Bill Barnes was a very special person. Number one to me, he was a guy that I first got in contact with the Whalers back in 1979. He was an innovative gentleman, a guy who was way ahead of his time. I don't think people realize that the Hartford Whalers were one of the first teams to market souvenirs in a gift store, and he started that.
Bill Barnes was one of the pioneers of pro hockey in Hartford. Along with Howard Baldwin, Barnes was instrumental in the launching of the Whalers franchise and its move to Hartford in 1975. As the Whalers director of marketing, Barnes came up with the 91 Club concept that helped the team survive the collapse of the Civic Center roof. Bill Barnes was instrumental in developing the iconic logo of the Hartford Whalers and was a pioneer in pro hockey licensing and merchandising. Barnes also created a community relations program that was second to none in the league, helping to raise millions of dollars for numerous charities throughout Connecticut.
Julie Chu's an unbelievable person and amazing player. I mean, you talk about the intangibles, that's exactly Julie Chu. She brings the heart, she brings the passion, the character. She's a builder. She is constantly throwing out positive energy to the team, and that's why she's the leader of our team.
A native of Fairfield, Julie Chu is a product of Connecticut youth hockey. She won 4 USA Hockey Girls National Championships with the Connecticut Polar Bears. Chu graduated from Choate School in Wallingford in 2001 and joined the U.S. Olympic team in 2002, winning the first of her 3 Olympic medals. She played college hockey at Harvard University and became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history with 284 points in her 4 years with the Crimson. Chu now skates for the Montreal Stars of the Canadian Women's Pro Hockey League. Julie Chu is considered to be the greatest Connecticut-born women's hockey player of all time.
Blaine Stoughton was probably one of the best players I had the privilege of playing with. He was a natural goal scorer. I think he scored 50 goals over twice in his career. Just he had a natural gift at scoring goals. And if you wanted somebody to score a goal, you gave the puck to Stash.
Blaine Stash Stoughton was a feared sniper and goal-scoring machine for the Whalers from 1978 to 1983. He amazed Whalers fans with his uncanny knack of getting open in the slot and stashing the puck in the back of the net. Stoughton led the NHL with 56 goals in 1979-80 and added 44 assists to reach the 100-point plateau. He hit the 50-goal mark again 2 years later. An NHL All-Star in 1982, Stoughton averaged 45 goals per season in his Whalers career.
Otto outmaneuvers Samuelson. Great stop by Liut. Sabres, though, an even strength. Sear alone in front, and a great save by Liut.
The greatest thing I can say about Mike Liut was he was always a winner. When you wanted a big effort in a big game, Mike Liut came up large.
Mike Liut was one of the finest NHL goalies of the 1980s. His arrival in Hartford in 1985 sparked the Whalers to their greatest success in the NHL. In 1986, he backstopped the Whalers into the Adams Division semifinals with a 3-game sweep of Quebec before losing an epic 7-game series with Montreal. In 1986-87, Liut led the Whalers to their first and only Adams Division title, posted a league-best 4 shutouts, and was named to the NHL's second All-Star team. In his final NHL season, Liut recorded the NHL's best goals against average, a sparkling 2.53 mark.
Castle puts it in front. Verbeek shot, save, Riando. Score, Verbeek. Verbeek put in the rebound to tie it up on a power play.
He was small in stature, but wasn't afraid of anybody. He fought some tough guys, went after, didn't care what kind of size. He'd go in that corner first. That's what made him the player he was, the Hall of Fame player. To be that tenacious. It was the goals and the assists, but it was what he did away from the puck and how tough he was. He was a tough hockey player.
Pat Verbeek came to the Whalers in 1989 and made an immediate impact with his goal-scoring, hard work, and gritty play. He scored 44 goals in his first Whalers season and added 43 more in 1990-91 when he was selected to play in the NHL All-Star Game. Named team captain in 1992, he scored 192 goals in 5+ Whalers campaigns en route to a 522-goal NHL career.
I remember we had a practice, and I saw Brian take the puck and go coast to coast, and everybody on the bench sort of looked at each other and go, "Wow, did he just do that?" And there's no fanfare. He just went coast to coast and buried one, and then we said, "Wow, this kid is really talented."
Born in Texas but raised in Cheshire, Connecticut, Brian Leetch first gained acclaim at Cheshire High School, where as a sophomore defenseman, he scored 53 goals and added 50 assists in just 28 games to earn All-State honors in 1984. As a junior, he moved on to Avon Old Farms, where he caught the eye of NHL scouts with 70 goals and 90 assists in 54 prep school games. In addition to becoming an All-American at Boston College and a silver medalist for the U.S. Olympic team in 2002, Leetch is best known as one of the greatest players in New York Rangers history. In 17 incredible seasons in New York, he won the Norris Trophy, the Calder Trophy, and the Conn Smythe Trophy while leading the Rangers to the 1994 Stanley Cup. In 2009, Brian Leetch was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
He was destined to be a coach from probably the first time he laced on the skates with his understanding of the game and the way he was able to make decisions quickly and make the right decision almost all the time.
Ken Jernander established himself as Mr. Hartford Wolfpack in his 8-year playing career with the franchise. The team captain for all 8 of his Wolfpack campaigns, he is the Wolfpack Wales all-time franchise record holder in games played with 599 and playoff games played with 78. Jernander also ranked second all-time in goals, 160, assists, 187, and points, 347 in Hartford franchise history. Although his scoring numbers are impressive, Jernander is best known for his leadership, intensity, and character. He's the finest AHL player in Hartford hockey history and has gone on to become the longest-serving head coach in franchise history as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of tonight's festivities, the voice of the Connecticut Whale, Bob Crawford.
Thanks, Frankie. And fans, please join me in welcoming to tonight's ceremony Whaler Sports and Entertainment Chairman and CEO Howard Baldwin Sr., President and COO of Whaler Sports and Entertainment Howard Baldwin Jr., and Mark Willand, Senior VP of Business Operations for WSE and Chairman of the Connecticut Hockey Hall of Fame. And now, your 2012 Connecticut Hockey Hall of Fame inductees. Representing the late Bill Barnes and wearing a New England Whalers WHA-era jersey, number 91, Mike Burns. Wearing a jersey from Choate School, U.S. Olympian and all-time NCAA women's scoring leader, number 13, Julie Chu. Wearing a classic 1979 Hartford Whalers jersey, the NHL's top goal scorer in 1979-80, number 21, Blaine Stoughton. Wearing a 1985 Hartford Whalers jersey, one of the NHL's best goalies in the 1980s, number 1, Mike Lute. Wearing the blue circa 1994 Hartford Whalers jersey, two-time Whalers 40 goal scorer and captain Pat Verbeek. Wearing a circa 1986 Avon Old Farms jersey and one of hockey's all-time greatest players, number 5, Brian Leach. And wearing the colors of the Hartford Wolfpack, the greatest player in franchise history and currently coach of the Connecticut Whale, number 12, Ken Jernander. I now turn the microphone over to Howard Baldwin Sr. to say a few words on this great occasion. Howard.
Thank you so much, Bob. And to this great group of players, executives, Julie, for all the enormous contributions you've made to Connecticut hockey, for being here tonight. We really, really appreciate it. It's an honor to be on this ice with you. And to all the fans that are here tonight, thank you very much. We're nothing without y'all, so we have to have you, and thank you very much. Have a great night, and let's honor these great people here with a big hand. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Howard. And now, let's raise the banner to honor these great Connecticut hockey legends. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it one more time for the 2012 class of the Connecticut Hockey Hall of Fame.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart.
Once again, hockey fans, it is now the second intermission, so head on out to the atrium for the live jersey auction. Get a chance to bid on the jerseys worn by the players during the warm-up tonight.